Good morning. You're on the road, and I'm your host, John Williams. In Waldorf, Maryland today. Those of you that are new, usually in the mornings when I get a break, I drive truck. I usually get on and do on the road. So, Happy New Year, by the way. First show of the year. Had a good time off. Did the traditional Pennsylvania thing, pork and sauerkraut, although I don't do the sauerkraut. Not a sauerkraut fan. Don't like it at all. So I had just the pork, had some green beans, because I'm doing the carnivore, meat and water and some vegetables. I'm not the extreme carnivore guy. I do mix it up a little bit. And sometimes I give myself a little treat and have a little carbs. You have to figure out what works for you. You know, in 4 days, I'll be 50. A guy like me cannot do like the insanity workout or something like that, or an extreme diet type thing. I'm 50. Won't work for a guy like me. Chemicals aren't there, and just hormones and everything. Your chemical balance changes as you get older. So, but doing pretty good on it so far. Getting in better shape. Growing the beard out for a year. Stopped shaving it, trimming it, I should say, in August. So come August, you'll see where it is, and it's looking really good. I'm really digging it. A lot of people make resolutions, New Year's resolutions, and what I find with New Year's resolutions is they don't work. You generally fail and throw them by the wayside within a matter of a week or two. And so I've before Christmas decided that I was going to be determined to lose weight and get in better shape, because I am turning 50. So I figured out what works for me and what's working for me. And you know what? It's all moderation. Everything in moderation, for me. I'm a big advocate for stretching. I do it every day. And stretching, believe it or not, burns calories. Helps you lose weight. And I do it every day. And as a licensed massage therapist, I dealt with a lot of chronic pain, post-surgery, post-trauma, pre-surgery, injuries, strains, muscle pulls, tears, I dealt with a lot of athletes, and pretty much all my clientele were referred to me by doctors. And I always gave people homework, and the homework was I gave them a set of stretches to do daily. And I'm just a big advocate for it. I think part of the problem with a lot of injuries, especially when you get older, is your muscles aren't elastic, and there's not that, you know, pliability like there used to be, and you need to continue. Unfortunately, you have to work harder when you get older, so you don't tear a muscle. Or blow out a knee, or need hip replacement surgery, or shoulder surgery. So I'm going to be putting together a series of videos on stretching. Stretching tips, and these are stretches that I do daily, regularly. You'd be surprised at how simple they are. But surprised at how simple they are, but how far they can take you as far as your health. And I just, you know, want to share that with you. And if you are wheelchair bound, or you're not to the point where you can stand, and because of knee issues or weight issues, I had paraplegics coming to me. I had people who couldn't stand for long periods of time, and I showed them how to stretch while in a seated position. There's no excuse. There's no way of getting out of it. So I'm going to show various forms of stretching. That was my area of expertise when I was in business. It was called myofascial release, and a lot of what I did was with that. I was an expert. Still consider myself to be an expert in that and in stretching. And look, folks, I'm going to do a show on my personal journey. I was 20 years old and I fell through a roof. Right now I'm supposed to be hooked on painkillers, bent over, and arthritic, and on disability. And well, I'll save that for another time. I'll save that for that show. But I didn't buy into it. I didn't buy into what everybody was saying. What the professionals were saying. And I owe all that to a chiropractor that I was going to when I was first injured. So I'm going to do a show on that because I think it's important. I think it affects everybody that subscribes to my channels. And I think it'd be very helpful. But I'm sitting here patiently waiting for this place to load up. I got here an hour earlier than I was supposed to get here. But there was not much traffic on the road today because I guess people are still in the holiday mode. I don't know. Hey, as a truck driver, I don't mind. This old Mac I drive takes good care of me on the road, and when there's nobody on the road, she moves. She does real well. But I think that I don't think it's so much we need to do resolutions. My advice is determinations. Set small goals. And as you reach those small goals, cross them off. You'll actually get more motivated than discouraged, because you're seeing you're achieving those goals, and then you'll make the goals bigger and bigger and bigger, and you'll see that you'll achieve them. I'm not one that's big on motivational speakers. I don't like to call them motivational speakers because nobody can motivate you. It's your will, it's your determination. You've got to come to that point of motivating yourself. Motivation comes from within, I believe. You've got to come to that point, and it takes determination, discipline, and organization. You have to organize yourself. Anybody who's ever been successful or in great shape health-wise, take a look at their car. Is it a mess on the inside? I guarantee you 9 out of 10 it's not. Take a look at their desk. Take a look at their house. They're organized, they're neat, they're disciplined. Discipline is what helps you to be successful in any area of your life, health-wise, work-wise, spiritual. You've got to be disciplined. You've got to be willing to do the work. If you're not, you're going to fail. Well, thanks for joining me today on this episode of On the Road. I appreciate it. I will put all my information down. You can catch me on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and I now have a podcast that I do on Anchor.fm on your PC. I'll put links to everything so that you can follow me, subscribe to me, and whatnot. And I appreciate it. And if you pass that information along to your friends or family, it is even more appreciated. But thank you. 2019 is here. I'm excited, and I'm just ready to take on the new year. 50 is going to be a good year, a good birthday. My 50th birthday is going to be a good birthday. I don't look at it as, oh, I'm getting old, I'm over the hill. I'm not over the hill. I just get better with time. That's the way we have to look at it. Have a great morning, everybody, and I will see y'all tomorrow for On the Road.